Hey guys, MasterFiggy is here and I'm bringing you another anime review. I haven't done it in a while, so hopefully you'll enjoy this one. In this video, I will be reviewing One Piece Movie 2, Adventures on Spiral Island. I really hope you guys enjoy this. So our film starts out with the Straw Hats relaxing, chilling out on a beach, when suddenly they notice the Going Merry is going by itself and it's suddenly stolen right before their eyes. And they next thing, Nami is actually stolen as well by these pirates known as the Trump Card siblings. And they meet these two brothers who, they aren't the Trump Card siblings, they are these scavengers out in the sea, and they help Luffy, Zoro, Sanji and Usopp get to Spiral Island, where the Trump siblings are, where they're holding Nami and the Going Merry. Not only is the ship and Nami missing, but also Zoro's swords were on the ship, Usopp's slingshot I believe, and Sanji's shoes. So each of the Trump Card siblings have their own name associated with a certain card in a playing card deck. For example, the leader is called Bear King. There's also Pin Joker. I believe one of them is called Skunk One. There's Queen Bee or Honey Bee or Honey Queen, something like that. And then there's also Bojack. All of them with their own interesting designs, and they really stand out. It's very quirky designs as well. You know, you sort of have a very refined sort of clown-like character for Joker. Fun fact, by the way, the character Joker shares the same nickname Joker with Doflamingo, and also the same voice actor. Just something little I thought you guys might like to know. Then also you have like the Bear King. He's sort of like a slobbish sort of design about him. Very interesting to see. Anyway, the Straw Hats are heading to this island. They're going to save Nami, save their ship, and as they're coming closer to Bear King's castle, one of the other siblings shows up and kidnaps one of the crew members remaining. So Zoro takes on Pin Joker because Pin Joker has this grudge against Zoro because Zoro left a scar right across his face. With Usopp, he was taken by Skunk One. He put his mouth on his exhaust fume that like spews out like his devil fruit power of stink or something like that. And then there's Bojack, who has like this armor cape with spikes in it that like went through Sanji's bare feet, which is madly sore, I can imagine. But yeah, they kidnap each of the Straw Hats one by one as they're heading up to the castle. One little problem I had with this was I could understand with Nami being kidnapped because they were actually going to have her marry the Bear King, because that was his plan when the other siblings kidnapped her, and the Going Merry, the whole thing about that being taken. And I can understand Zoro leaving his swords on the beach as well, because, or not on the beach, on the ship, because why would you need them on the beach? But I couldn't really understand why Sanji needed to leave his shoes on the ship. I felt as if they were trying to force that a bit too much, like each Straw Hat's weakness in that way. And you know, they could have just left it on the beach or whatever. I don't know, it was just a bit unusual having that bit. But I did enjoy the whole thing between the two brothers, the scavengers, their interaction with each other, their interaction with Luffy and the gang. Also the Bear King, his devil fruit power was a really unusual one. It made his body as hard as a rock, which I thought was pretty awesome, and he could heat up his fists at will. So you know, he could make his whole body as hard as a rock, and he can make his impacts, like punches, even more effective than a normal punch of his would be, which is pretty badass in my opinion. Then you had the rest, the Trump siblings. You had Skunk One, who sort of looked like a fighter pilot with like a jetpack on him. He had this devil fruit power that let out stinks. Pin Joker, he sort of looked like a very refined clown sort of design on him. He had like, I think it was needles or something he threw out. It was something like that. It was either feathers or needles. I'm pretty sure it was needles. And then there was Honeybee Queen, I forget her name, the female antagonist. She turned into this liquid, but they never actually specified what the liquid was, and it was really shammy because each member of the Straw Hats fought a certain member of the Trump Pirates, because there's 5 on their side and 5 on the Straw Hat side, and she was just caught by Nami just putting her in a jar. Like, that was pretty lame in my opinion. Then of course Bojack, he didn't have a devil fruit. He was the only one to not have a devil fruit of the high commanding Trump pirates. He just had his cape with spikes on it, but he rolled around like one of those giant boulders with spikes on them, and it was pretty awesome seeing him fight Sanji in the final act of the film. That was pretty badass. Then there was also this thing, I think they were trying to do a sort of a recurring generic henchman kind of thing. They had the 3 henchmen in the first film introduced, in this one switching to a different captain, and I was kind of curious, were they actually trying to do maybe a Team Rocket type feel of henchmen and have them in every film? But this was the last one that they did, so obviously they scrapped that idea. So I just thought I'd mention that. The film itself is very generic, I guess, in terms of story. I mean, you know, a damsel in distress, Nami, Straw Hats go on their way to retrieve Nami and their ship. Slowly they're sort of beaten one by one and then held captive. The leader, Luffy, goes off. They all become incredibly strong and easily beat them in no time whatsoever, which is okay, but I don't know, I expected a bit more because it was One Piece, I guess. Those of you who don't know, this is only in Japanese, so you can only get it in the English sub, so you cannot get it in English dub anywhere, which is very unfortunate, because even though I've said some, you know, the little quirks wrong with this film, I found this really enjoyable, and I don't know why, it just sticks with me. I just really enjoy this film, even though there's these faults in it. It's like a guilty pleasure for me, and I really enjoyed this film. It was great. You know, it had the regular One Piece sort of music to it, like in an episode, so it was pretty good. Animation wise, it's a little bit dated, but I mean, it's still passable. I really enjoyed that animation style of it. From the early 2000s, I believe. Yeah, it just had this sort of quirkiness, I guess, especially with the Straw Hats and different clothing. I don't know, there's something about this film that really stands out to me above most of the other films. Now, there are a few One Piece films, you know, like Strong World. Strong World is an absolutely incredible One Piece movie. And also movie 6, and I know Film Z, but I wasn't too impressed by it. But Film Z is still up there as one of those great One Piece movies. But this movie in particular just stands out to me so much. Like, the villain is so generic. Like, he just wants to be king of the pirates as well. He wants to beat Luffy to that goal. You know, he wants to be the strongest in East Blue. You know, you have this sort of like rivalry with Zoro and Pin Joker. You have this so generic thing with the crew being kidnapped, as I said, and damsel in distress. But there's just something absolutely great about this movie that really makes me love it, and I don't know what it is. And out of 10, I would give this film about an 8.2, and I don't even know why it's that high, but maybe, okay, personal preference, 8.2. Most other people, I think they would give it 5.8 maybe. So I don't know, add those together, get 14, so about 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is my final verdict on this film. I found this really enjoyable. It was great. Yeah, it's really generic sort of story. It's predictable, but it works. It does it right. It doesn't like try to make it more than it is, I guess. And it's a huge improvement compared to the first movie anyway. And if you want to know my thoughts on the first movie, check out my video on that. I might leave a link to it at the end of this video, but yeah, check that out. Like and subscribe, comment down below, you know, tell me what you thought of this film if you saw it. And thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a while since I've actually done a video. I've been sick a lot, and you know, college stuff has been getting in the way. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and please stay tuned because hopefully I'll have a video up by Tuesday. That's not a promise, but that's a hope. And I apologize to those who have talked to me. I was meant to do Is It Really That Bad video to go up. I've actually done 4 takes on Is It Really That Bad, the next episode, and none of them have turned out right, so I apologize about that. As soon as I get that going, I'll do it. Anime and manga video will be done sometime this week, hopefully, and that's all I have to say for now. Tell me if there's anything I left out there, maybe. Leave some comments down below. Go onto my channel, check out more of my videos, and thank you guys for watching. Oh, and also, sorry, click on some of the video, or some of the ads, not the videos, some of the ads around this video. It really helped me out. And thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.